I was in the ER because I have a really big kidney stone. Anyways, while I was waiting in the private room there, the doctors, I don't think, realized that I could hear them because my room is right next to the nurse's station. They're all talking.
Let's get you back out there.
And they said, hey, you know, these masks actually can help people. And the one doctor, I'm assuming must have been a higher up one they don't see very often, said, no, absolutely not. And they said, well, why? How do you know that? And he said he was studying microbiology for 4 years. In that 4-year time, he's learned that if it's a virus. So a virus, you're going to catch it. It's microscopic, super, super small. The only mask that'll actually stop the COVID virus is going to be, like I said, a hazmat suit or a gas mask. But gas mask filters only last for 6 hours when fighting viruses. So they're only going to be able to, you know, absorb the virus or filter the virus out of the oxygen you're breathing in for 6 hours. After that, you have to switch them. Very expensive process. And anyways, he said that no matter what, you're going to get it. Even if you get a vaccine, the vaccine is basically just giving you the virus. And then he went on to say only 1% of people have anything to worry about with the COVID virus. He said it's not even as severe as the flu virus. And he went on about stuff like that, and I was just blown away by it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, I've been saying that since, what, May, that masks are worthless and not going to do anything for you. So to hear a doctor, a microbiologist say this, again, I was in a waiting room, so I wasn't supposed to hear this. I was actually in a private room next to the nursing station. That's why I was able to overhear it. It just blew my mind. And then it turns out the guy that was talking about that stuff is actually friends with the doctor who I was actually seeing, and that doctor was actually involved in the conversation too. And then I asked my doctor, I'm like, hey, is this COVID thing really something that I should be concerned with or worried about? And he said, absolutely not. He said, in his professional opinion, again, he said opinion, but he said in his personal professional opinion, from all the knowledge he's gained and all the stuff he's been through with doctors and stuff like that, he said, there's a very, very small % chance that I'd even know I had it. He said 90% of the people that have COVID don't even know they had it, and that's why they have all these testing stations to see if you had it, okay? But anyways, that's my theory too, is that they set up all these stage testing sites so they can take and say, oh, the numbers have boomed, when really all it is more people are going to get tested to see if they got it. That's all it is. He said that the only way COVID would affect you in a way that'd be noticeable is if you have underlying medical issues. If you're a smoker, but you'd have to be like a really severe smoker. He said you had to smoke like 1 to 2 packs a day to even know it. And even then, the side effects you'd have from it would be, again, like the vomiting, diarrhea, shortness of breath, things like that. He said it won't be real severe unless, he said you have to have like pretty severe or strong underlying medical conditions for it to actually kill you. Or you'd have to be in a certain age group. I thought he said like 70 or up is more at risk. But he said, yeah, if you're a healthy individual, which I am, I work out all the time. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a deep voice because I work out all the time. I'm very healthy. He said my lungs can't even tell that I smoked. So I used to smoke 2 packs a day back in the day. Can't even tell because I work out all the time. And he said a guy like me, if I were to get it, odds are I wouldn't even know I had it. I would have no symptoms. And that's why they want to test you to see if you have COVID. And I was like, holy shit. Because when I first walked in there, the gal at the desk, I had to go sign in. And of course they didn't have a mask. I left it in my other jacket. I try to be good about it because I know there's some people that are scared little chicken shits out there, or sheeple as I call them. So I mean, yeah, just to make them feel better, I'll wear a mask. But this bitch tried to tell me the mask was for my benefit, that it would help protect me from COVID. Now, I used to be in the Army, and believe me, there's no mask that protects from viruses, like I said, except for gas mask or hazmat suit. And the other day, I was at a job working. I'm usually a salesman, but low on cash, it's winter season, figured, hey, why not? I'll pick up some shifts over here working on this house. We put up drywall. We then took and put up the mud and the tape and then sanded all that down. And I started inhaling a lot of that dust from sanding off the dry mud. And I was like, wow, this sucks. So I put on my Biden mask thinking, hey, this mask will probably help filter that out, right? Hell no, it didn't. It wasn't one of those fancy ones too. It goes over the bridge of your nose, fits real tight against your skin along your face and everything. But where I was breathing in through my nose mostly, had two big, well actually it covered my whole mustache. But on the mask itself though, it had two big white dots on the inside of it and on the outside as well from breathing in through it. So that stuff was going right through the mask up into my nose. So if it doesn't filter out sheetrock dust and dust from mud when I'm sanding, now mind you, those particles you can see floating in the air, clear as day. They're huge white particles. You can see those. Now if those things are going through that mask and up into my nose and clogging my nose hairs, then trust me, that mask is doing jack shit for you against the virus. It is not doing anything for you against the virus. Because you can't even see virus particles or molecules in the air at all whatsoever. Because they're a virus. They're super, super small. You need a microscope to see that shit. So, yeah, cloth mask is not doing anything for you. Another way I look at it, too, is back in sex ed class in 8th grade. So any 8th grader can tell you this is true, too. They'll flat out tell you, hey, if you think or assume that the person you're about to have sex with may have AIDS, HIV, you probably shouldn't even do it, even with a condom. Because they said even with a condom, it's like throwing a needle at a basketball net. Okay? That's how small a virus is versus latex. So if a virus will go through latex, but latex can stop you from breathing, what in the hell makes you think a cloth mask is going to do anything for you? All it's going to do is restrict your breathing. Anything you breathe in through that mask and then exhale out is now trapped between your mouth and that mask. So congratulations, you're actually just doing more harm than good. Your oxygen level is going to be down too because you're trapping that old air between your face and that mask. More so than what you normally would do. So good job. All you're doing is asphyxiating yourself, which is why people that wear those masks for long durations now have got like headaches, migraines, dizziness, lethargic feelings, nausea feelings. It's because they're rebreathing in the same old freaking air that's stuck right there because the carbon dioxide can't escape. So the carbon dioxide is getting stuck there, but any virus you have is going to just be spewing right out that mask. Go ahead, you can tell me I'm wrong. Don't give a shit, because anybody with a common sense or any type of knowledge at all in microbiology or chemicals, viruses, bacteria, you're going to know this stuff. So congratulations, they're all being lied to by our corporate media and corporate freaking government system right now. It's been overrun and overtaken by other countries. The proof is this election. The election was obviously stolen. Anybody with half a brain knows that. Anyhow, have a wonderful night. Don't forget to say fuck you to Biden and take your mask and light that bitch on fire. You'll have a fantastic day, night, whichever it may be. Peace.